a new head chef. We have 2 different patio areas right now for outdoor dining. It's fun. It's colorful. The food's going to be awesome.
You ever been there yet? Tavern 42?
There's 16 beers on tap.
Is it near something else? A couple other restaurants?
Yeah. There's a couple of restaurants over there. There's Zingarella's over there, Hop House over there. We're in front of
Hop House.
Yeah, we're in front of,
I've been there. Tavern 42.
Yeah, they got real good food there.
I've never eaten there. I've gotten liquor.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of nice beer selections there, but they also have really good food. I'm telling you, fire.
You and the wife went?
Yeah, of course. I've been there a few times.
I've never gone. I will maybe post Corona.
Post Corona.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to go out right away while everybody else is.
Yeah, no, me neither. Fuck that shit.
Like, I'll go out on my own and get takeout and go sit in a park and eat food by myself.
You won't go sit outside?
Huh?
You won't go sit outside?
Not in a restaurant. I'll just get to go and then just go to a park or something.
They got restaurants, like New England. They got like igloos you can sit in.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like a Mediterranean spot.
Yeah, and it's like climate controlled.
Okay.
And you can sit inside the igloo outside.
I've been in one of those in New York City.
Yeah, they got those like the rooftops and shit.
Winter, yeah.
Sit nice and warm, but you can still be outside. Igloos, it'd be dope.
They had those joints at the place you told me to go to by the ice castles outside those igloos.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't go outside to look.
Well, that place was so big, it was like a castle in there.
I know.
There was like 12 different bars and dining areas.
So fucking good, though.
Like a mall inside of...
Yeah, no, it was like a bar.
Hotel,
like a restaurant bar.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it.
That's close by.
Was it brewery? Woodstock Brewery? Woodstock
Inn? Something, yeah.
It was something in inn.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Jess, if she was listening. If you're listening, text me.
Call in. If anyone's listening knows what I'm talking about, call in at 860-384-7110. Or call in, just shoot the shit.
That's right. Ashley, anyway. So you did a great job bartending. So now my question
I feel like I fucked it up, but I think that's...
That's right. We've all been smoking and drinking.
Yeah, that fuck up made it. That fuck up made it 10 times worth it because Peasy.
That's right.
See, never thought in a million years he's going to pick Truly 2 for 2.
Twice in a row. That's what I mean. One wasn't going to do it, but at least 2.
This is kind of the show of fuck ups. I mean, it started with the mic at the beginning.
That's right. It's all gone to shit since then. Magically, I'm glad the setup has worked. Thank God. But anyway, so you did a great job. So I want to offer you a chance to go home with something before you leave today. All right? So the question is, do you want to play the most viral game show of all time? Weed-a-rona.
Fuck it, let's do it.
She said, let's do it.
Wow, in studio, we got a live.
We're going to get a live Weed-a-rona this week. These are the rules to the game.
All right, listen.
I will play you a clip of someone coughing. And I will play you a timer. You have 1 minute to think about it and decide whether that cough was the result of weed or the Rona.
Okay.
If you do, we're going to do best 3 out of 5. Best of 5 series. That's going to be it. If you win, you'll have your choice. You can go home with a smoker supply box from King Palm. Maybe a bong from the personal Peasy collection. Maybe a $20 Grubhub gift card.
Oh, shit.
Dude, we gotta get that wheel so we can let her spin the wheel. Our guest spin the wheel. We gotta spin the wheel. So this is how it's gonna work. I got the clips queued up. I'm gonna play you a clip.
All right.
I'll play it once. We'll start the timer, and I'll play it repeatedly throughout, so you can listen to it. You'll have a minute to decide.
You turned it up.
You could smoke.
I'm gonna pass on that. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh my God, did I have you down the whole time?
You did.
Speaking of fuck ups, oh my God!
I wasn't sure how loud it was actually supposed to be.
You fucked up.
But I mean,
I should just honestly be sent to my room. I should just go to bed and try again tomorrow.
You're done.
Yeah. Why didn't you say something on break? You had the whole show to be like, listen, my headphones are fucking off, you douche.
Well, when we came on, Scott asked if I had ever done this before, and I was like, no. So, I really wasn't sure, how loud it was. When you played the sounds and shit, I heard that. And then you're like, no, you'd hear me, but I had never heard you this whole fucking time.
Oh, my God. Wow. All right. Well, this is what happens, I'm going to have to start training you guys how to do this.
That's a course before you come on TV Blind.
Pretty easy, bro.
Yeah, right. You would think so.
You'd think it'd be easy peasy.
That's because you're on the computer and on your phone and smoking and drinking. But it's just basically, 15 buttons. You got the clips pulled up?
Anyways, yes, we got the clips pulled up.
Go peeking.
All right. Here we go. We're going to play the first clip right here. Two People Up Podcast. All right. Here's your clip. $60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
That's weed.
Are you sure? Is that your final answer? I mean, you have 47 seconds to consider what you want to do here.
They always say first answer. I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna go with the Rona.
It's whatever you want to go with. It's up to you.
I'm gonna go with the Rona.
Oh, she's switching her answer?
I'm switching.
Wow.
That's it. You have got the first one right. Okay.
Wow. I thought it was weird.
You thought it was weed?
Yeah.
Really?
And if you're listening at home, if you want to comment whether you think it's weed or Rona, let us know, okay? She can't see the chat, so it's all good.
Scott's like the co-host of the night show.
I think he's fucking great. All these puns he's got.
He's got all the puns.
I just want, mad dad jokes from him.
Mad dad jokes.
I'm the co-host just to, butter up Bud Griffin and tell him how his V-neck is amazing.
So, yeah, shut the fuck up, Scott. With your fucking stupid Humbell shirt.
I need a keyboard.
All right, let's play our next clip right here. Seconds on the clock.
That's weed.
That sounds pretty confident right there.
That's most definitely weed. I would cough like that if I hit it too hard. Totally weed.
Wow.
I don't even smoke like that. My bad.
That was actually a clip of myself coughing.
I just want to point out, so we've gone 5 questions now in the entire weed or Rona, and not one question has ever been wrong. We got a streak going right now.
I'm gonna have to really pull out some shit.
But if you listen to a lot of To Be Blunt, you should pretty much be able to identify a peasy cough.
This is very true.
True that.
It's probably why the previous mic, acts itself. Okay,
It's the top sound effect.
Well, I think honestly, this next one might be the one to.
Alright, let's go.
All right, here's your next clip. Is it weed or is it Rona? $60 seconds on the clock. Time starts now.
I'm gonna go with the Rona, but that sounds like somebody fake coughing.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Sorry. That actually was the weed. That was Wiz Khalifa smoking with Snoop Dogg.
I heard him talking to somebody. He was talking to Snoop Dogg?
Oh, yeah.
Now he's just.
You're Snoop Dogg in the background, too.
Make sure you guys check it. Make sure you guys check this.
That's right.
Fucking hell.
All right, so now 2 right, 1 wrong. Going into weed or Rona. Are you ready for your next clip?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm going to try to hit her with a doozy. Let's see if she can get it. Weed or Rona. "60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now."
I want to say Rona.
Final answer?
Wow. That's it. She got 3 right.
She got 3 right. I mean, this is it. Congratulations.
Hey.
You are the winner right here. 2 People Podcast, our first live Weed or Rona contestant. You get your choice, of course, of what you want for your prize.
I'm gonna go with the Grubhub.
The Grubhub, okay.
Love the snack.
Everybody loves a snack.
I love the snack.
Especially after you leave the studio.
Everybody loves a snack.
Who was that supposed to be, Scott?
You don't remember? That's from Family Guy. Come on.
Do you remember this?
No, I'm not. I don't watch too much.
I'm pretty
Family
sure
Guy.
if you Google "everybody loves a snack," which is exactly the quote that Peasy just said.
Isn't that little
That's what
girl
you
that
get.
runs around? She's
It's
kind of
not.
chubby
It's
and
the
she's like,
guy.
snacks.
It's the guy.
What guy?
Well, while I fire it up on my phone.
Well,
Continue.
it's too
Going
late.
on.
It's too late.
So we got Grubhub going over here.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Man,
You win a $20 gift card to Grubhub. That's right. That's going to be huge for when you go home later, high as fuck.
hell yeah.
By the way, how the fuck did you get Frank Pepe's Grubhub to your house?
Dude, oh man, that was the greatest thing I ever knew that could ever happen.
How?
That's a thing?
Yeah,
I
you're
went
not-
to I went to my friend's house in Brantford.
Oh, you were in Brantford.
We had some drinks and they delivered it from there.
See, I thought that
Oh,
you were
no,
like in
man.
Wallingford, Meriden, around there.
No, man.
Oh my god! I was like, how the fuck did you get Frank Pepe's delivered?
Oh yeah,
I was
Sally's
like,
does it too.
this is the greatest thing I ever.
Louis lunch, all the hot spots.
Oh
in
my
there,
god,
but
dude! You know what I give for like one of some of that shit right now, bro?
I've been eating it during
Well,
quarantine.
that's because you know you got your fucking spot down there, bro. You're right near all the shit too.
Yeah, true.
You know, you got the Mecca nudes.
You're in New Haven?
I haven't gone to I've only eaten Mecca probably 2 times. I'm in New Haven often, yeah. My girlfriend lives in New Haven.
Okay.
So
I love New Haven for food. I really do.
So you're down there, like a couple
Yeah, I'm in
times a
the
month.
capital of food, bro, so it's just like my Grubhub, well, my DoorDash is just OD. Like,
Dude, I wouldn't be able to make a decision because there's literally you must have so many options.
I think I sent it to you once. There's like 1,000 options now.
I remember even when we went to New Haven for the Schitt's Creek gimmick. Remember the trivia? We went to New Haven.
Yeah. East
I remember going
Well,
to
that
the Grubhub when we were there because they were like, you can get delivery. And I was like, there are so many fucking places.
Did
right
you
here
end
that I
up
can
pulling the
get.
trigger?
No.
Where did we go after that? Didn't we go out to eat after that?
No.
We didn't get snacks? No, they had those pretzels at that place.
That wasn't that was. Yeah, that was
not
that
a
was
good
a womp
time.
womp. That was a womp
terrible.
womp womp.
So right now there's 386 stores on
Available
available
to order from New
DoorDash,
Haven.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
it's too much. Yeah,
That's
It's a
amazing.
little overwhelming.
I wouldn't be able to make a decision. I'd spend there all night
Just
Oh,
like,
dude.
rolling through.
dude, you would never eat. You
I'd
did-
never eat.
Yeah, it's like a
It'd probably be a good thing. Maybe
diet plan
maybe
for
this is
you.
the whole
Move
thing.
to New Haven.
I gotta move to New Haven.
Move to New Haven.
That's
Peasy,
right.
why'd you eat today? I don't know, man. By the time I finally decided, son, I fell asleep.
Yo, that is so me, bro. That is so fucking me. Oh my god.
that happened to me one time, and I was very upset about it. I ordered Wendy's, right?
Yeah.
And I had a couple drinks.
Oh, you fell
I
asleep.
fell asleep for the fucking driver.
No, you didn't.
So I wake up, and like one of my best friends, she delivers like a lot for like delivery, and like if nobody comes, you're supposed to leave it, take a picture, and go away. And I went outside. I was like, oh fuck it, I'll eat it. Like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's nowhere to be found. Dude, my driver got paid for that, and he ate my spicy nugs.
Yo, he ate your food too?
Or a raccoon. ate
Like,
it.
come on. Like, there was no,
my God.
Well, good for him. Good for him. My fault. You know what I
I
mean?
would do the same shit.
You would?
I mean, if it was like 3 a.m., no one answered, but fuck
But this
it.
was like pre-corona, so like
Pre-corona.
you hand the food to people.
Yeah, but see, you'd always have to hand it to them pre-corona. Now, like, they just only leave your food on the porch.
Damn. Oh, well, good. Fuck it. That's probably, for the best.
I enjoy it better.
Yeah, me too. I like the contact list. Just drop it off and text me when
Yeah,
it's there,
motherfucker.
bro.
Yeah, when you text me, I'll get up.
That's right. Exactly. When I know it's at my porch, I'll get up.
Listen, Grubhub, if you get to put in the comment section, I'm about to just put in, can we do a super secret handshake or something? I don't know.
They don't want to
We'll see
touch
what
you, bro. This is a contact list.
Jeez, Scott.
Let's do a secret handshake in the middle of a pandemic. That's a smart fucking idea, Scott.
I'm just gonna put
Why
it in
don't you
there.
stand at the front door of Walmart busting them things out?
Secret handshake before you leave it on my porch.
Damn, Scott wants to be best friends with fucking delivery drivers. Times is rough over there.
Feel like a drought.
PZ, do you remember that menu I sent you from that place I did Uber Eats from in Hamden?
No.
Fat Wedge.
Oh, yeah. Yo.
I still
I wish
try
I still
it.
had that. I never got
The
to try it.
So this place is like, it's not really like a sit down place, but it's like kind of like a deli. And like I've never eaten there before. And I do Uber on the side, and I went to pick up the food from there. I'm like, Fat Wedge U. Over near Quinnipiac University. And I pull up the menu, and it's like all stoner food.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
like
They
munchies.
put something like
munchies.
stupid,
Like stupid, like the fattest blunt or something.
what was the name of the place again?
Fat Wedge U?
Fat Wedge U?
Yeah.
How the fuck you spell that?
Fat wedge, and then you.
U, just
like
U.
Fat Wedge University.
I got you. Here.
I've seen the sign for that now. I didn't understand you at first. I thought you were saying Fa Waju.
It could be another place out there named,
I thought you
in
first
Hamden.
said Big Fat Jew and then Fa Waju.
I mean, they literally have on their front page, bro, an hour 420 dumb sandwich. No lie, bro.
I see glazed donuts and
Our
cheeseburgers.
420 dumb sandwich. Holy
That's
shit.
right. That's right. You get literally
That's just
glazed
exploded.
donuts for fucking one of the Fat Wedge's classic signature burger. That's right. Any burger you can make into a donut gimmick, bro. And they got all kinds of wild shit. They had the FU cheese fries, which remind me of the John Cena.
John Cena.
I got a laugh
Attitude
out of that.
Era.
It's the first thing I thought.
You know?
Or ruthless aggression.
Yeah. They got all kinds of shit, bro. The Screaming Guinea burgers, the Juicy burgers.
Well, we should call this place up and tell them that we're going to come down next Thursday, get a bunch of food, and eat it on the podcast.
Well, I think we gave him much love.
Bro,
on the podcast.
why can't we do
We
that?
should. We've already given them enough love, and we'll give them another, little bit of our time next week, and maybe we get some free food.
I mean, you know what?
Scott,
Who's
should-
making the phone call?
Scott,
you going to do this for us?
Scott's good with this kind of stuff.
I mean,
Scott. He's like,
if
Is
you
he?
say so. If you say so.
Is he good at this kind of stuff?
hey guys, I'm part of a podcast, and I was wondering. Hey, by the way, I meant to ask you, do you know who fought in the main event of WrestleMania 3? Because I know. But anyways,
And you guys have an FU burger. Is it named after John Cena? I know it's named after John Cena. Just tell me it's named after him, okay?
Oh, my
Actually,
God.
we should record this phone call, Scott. Calling Fat Wedge you.
Scott, why don't you call him right now?
Right now?
Let's call him right now.
Right
What
now?
are we going to say?
Right
you
now.
want to try to get him to get on there and try to do the
I
podcast
mean, why
for next
not? Or we
week?
could record it. We could. It's up to you.
I mean, I got the Bluetooth connected. I can
All
easily...
right, let's do it. Scott, you up for it?
How many seltzers did you guys have?
What are we doing right now, anyways?
Never mind, bro.
No, what are we calling for? We're going to ask them to donate food for the podcast?
Yeah, we're gonna be like, hey man, we were wondering if we could, review your food and pick some up. We're a podcast. We just brought you up randomly right now. We're stoners, and we noticed your menu is stoner based. And my name's the Scott, and I want to know, are you?
I feel like I already know she's making this pitch, so it's definitely not the Scott. But
Yeah, I know. Maybe I should just talk. Never mind, man. Scott, you want to do it?
I don't know what's happening right now.
come on, Scott.
Wow.
You just got to cut a promo.
I mean, I'll do it, but this is really happening, okay?
Who's going to pick up the food, though, if this really happens for next week?
I don't know. I'll pick it up. Scott can pick it up.
And they got a $15 minimum delivery. You think they'd come all the way to Middletown?
Well, tell them we'll just pay for the food if they'll deliver it to Middletown. How about that, Scott?
Am I supposed to just say yes for the benefit of our listeners right now?
I mean,
never mind. We'll call off there.
I guess Scott doesn't look like he's very comfortable.
We'll record it though, and then we'll play it afterwards or something.
Didn't you just like have a?
Yeah, what are you nervous?
It seems like he's kind of nervous.
say?
I just told you what to say.
You could reach out to him.
Hey,
on
I'm
Facebook?
part of a podcast. We're live right now. We were just talking about your food. I was wondering if we paid for food, would you deliver it to Middletown next week so we could eat about it while we smoke weed and do our podcast?
All right, if you want to do it, call him up. Fuck it.
Come on, Scott. You got it. They got 420 sandwich right on the homepage. Fat Wedge U.
I'm going to mute us.
Thank you for calling Fat Wedge. How may I help you?
How you doing? So my name is the Scott, and I'm here. I'm calling from the 2B Blunt podcast, and we just stumbled across you guys while we're actually on air, because we actually are on air live right now. So I just wanted you to prepare yourself to deal with that. But you guys have a burger called the 420, or is it a burger or it's a sandwich? It's something called the 420, and you have a burger called the FU burger, which we're very excited about. Yeah, you have our 420 dumb sandwich, and we're promoting it right now, hardcore. We've got listeners watching us on Facebook right now, and I'm just thinking we're live every Thursday, and next Thursday we would love to schedule an order, pick it up, eat it on air, and tell you what we think of it on our podcast here. What do you think about that?
That would be great. We would love that.
Would you guys deliver to Middletown for an extra fee?
Because you guys are.
Unfortunately, we're not doing deliveries out of shop at the moment. We traditionally do deliveries, but because of the whole Corona situation, we're just keeping our drivers as safe as possible by not letting them, leave the store, and we're doing curbside pickup only. But we are using Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash if you want to do a delivery through them. But we would recommend you come and pick it up. It's a lot better that way. They tend to take a little bit longer when you go through the platforms.
All right. You know what? I think we have to arrange that for next week. Then.
So we might have to schedule it. If I didn't say the name of our podcast, it's 2B Blunt. So you kind of see where the blunt and the 420 thing kind of intertwines together and why we want to do this.
I'm not sure if you've seen the rest of the menu. We do have a fat blunt sandwich. We have a fat smoking blunt sandwich.
A fat smoking blunt! That's what we smoke every Thursday at 6:05 p.m. Every Thursday.
Where's it? Listen, I'm on here. All there is a fat blunt sandwich, chicken tenders, mozzarella sticks, bacon, honey mustard, French fries, and ketchup.
Not that they just have a fat blunt, they have a fat smoking blunt.
And that adds a little blue cheese.
Wow.
What? I need this in my life.
Our viewers all need to know about this restaurant. We hope that we could work with you guys and really make a good segment next week, so we'll be in touch.
We would love that. If you'd like to, shoot us a DM on our Facebook or Instagram, Fat Wedge Camden, we can maybe talk a little easier on there. We'd love to do that.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Yo, you didn't get that guy's name either, but oh well.
What's the matter? We just got to hit him up on Facebook.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. That was great.
That was way better than I thought it ever could have been.
I'm just saying.
He was like, I got this sandwich, I got that sandwich.
He's like, we got a fat blunt
We got a fat blunt and a fat smoking
It
blunt.
was like amateurs. You didn't look at the rest of the menu, motherfuckers.
You change it to buffalo chicken and blue cheese
That sounds like
instead
something
of
I would
chicken
eat.
tenders.
Dude, I think we're going to be going there.
I think we might have to.
I think I'll be going there. I don't know if I can wait for you. I'll have to wait for you guys, but
It's only got to wait a week, bro.
Jason's
7 days.
What time are you guys open till tonight?
I know, right?
On his way to New Haven.
We should have
hey,
just...
babe, change of plans. I actually do want to come over tonight. Oh, really? Great news. Yeah, but first I got to stop. Yeah,
I got to make a pit stop.
I got to make a pit stop.
Yo, that'd be the greatest shit. Oh, my God. Dude, Dude, so next week maybe we'll have some Fat Wedge U.
Yeah, we should definitely try to work with them.
Let's make this happen. They seem eager to do business. So
Listen,
that is
at this point, I guess we'll tell them, hey, we'll pick it up, but we're not, we'll see if they could comp it.
And we're going to order a bunch of different things, and we're going to do a blind taste test to see which.
Oh, not another blind taste test.
I really hope that Scott's only half kidding on that one.
No, I'm going full in, 2 hands.
2 hands?
2 eyes. Fat Wedge.
That's what she said.
Beautiful food, you gotta look at that shit.
I know, lights on, not lights off. Frank Knox, you got some sports for us for this week?
Yeah, there's some couple things going on. Not much, as you guys.
All right, let's take a quick break and come back with sports. 2B1 podcast. Yeah, we're gonna go into sports. Scott, we got something to say?
No, I thought we were on mute. That's why I was
We're not on mute, man. We're going right into sports this week.
No, we're not going right into sports.
We're not? We gotta take a break?
You want to go right into sports?
I mean, dude, we had a late start to the show. We still got other bases to cover.
All right. Right back. 2B1 podcast.
Bada boom, realest one in the room.
To the rhythm.
And right now, you are tuned in to 2B1, the realest podcast in the room. How you doing?
Stock up on TP, cause we're the shit. It's To Be Bloods with PZ.
When it comes to sports, there's only one man for the job. The best analysis in the game right here from the 2B Blood Newsroom. It's Frank Knox.
Yo, 2B Blunt Universe. So finally, this Sunday we had some live sports, and we had the match. And that match was between two iconic superstars in golf and two legends in football. And that was Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. Wait, I already fucked it up. No, Tiger Woods.
Let me rewind real quick.
Yeah, I'm right. It was Peyton Manning and Tiger Woods versus Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson.
Yeah,
and this match was all for Corona. All the money
I
they
missed
raised.
this, bro. I forgot.
Yeah,
I missed it too. I don't even know the results, so I'm waiting to hear this.
5 hours long. It was 5 hours match. It was a very, very rainy Sunday in Florida. The weather didn't really help, but it ended up holding up. They got a little pocket in, as you know, always happens in Florida. The clouds clear temporarily, just come back again and rain some more.
Right.
But it was great. 5 hours of Manning and Brady bantering, talking shit to each other. Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson talking shit to each other. So the first 9 holes was best ball, and then the back 9 was basically alternate shot, and they ran some other gimmicks in there to make things fun. Had some contest within the round of 18. And guess who prevailed? At only a 1-up after 18 was Tiger Woods.
Really?
And Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning
and Tiger Woods.
Took out Brady.
Again, Brady has difficulty beating the Manning brothers. Eli, Peyton. Now still it continues on the golf course.
I wonder why that is.
And
Ladies and
the
gentlemen,
talk of the internet
can I
was
please
Tom.
have your attention? Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
You're rocking with the heavyweight champs of sports talk.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Brandon Way and Brandon Rudolph.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
Tune in to Opinionated Facts, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. on the RTF Sports Network. And we're back again every Sunday at 12 noon on Facebook Live.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Only on the Opinionated Facts Facebook page, presented by TCP Network.
Do you love the NFL? Of course you do. Tune in next to On and Off the Field with your host, Dylan Moran.
And we're live on the RTF Sports Network, and our NFC divisional breakdown is officially off the ground here with On and Off the Field with Durf and Dylan. What's going on, Durf?
Not too much. Enjoying the Thursday and some crazy weather out there, but everything's going good. How are you, Dylan?
It has been crazy weather. It was like really nice this morning, woke up to the sun, and then it kind of got dark. And then I came upstairs and it started raining. It rained, and now I'm looking outside right now, and the freaking sun's back out. Like, not a cloud in the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Western New York. Or just New York in general, really, I guess, as long as you're not in, like, New York City. We don't consider them New York.
Nah.
That's what... You get the old Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen. Who do you think the best New York team is? Well, we are. Is that how it went? No, Buffalo's in New York too. That was a classic line. Danny, we cannot talk about NFC West again. We have to stick to a schedule.
Yes, we have a set schedule on the calendar that we're abiding by.
So you're just gonna have to wait. Friends. And some people would say that about the Cowboys. Friends don't let friends be Eagles, Giants, or Redskins fans, is the comment from Anthony. So, as I put up the banner of share, subscribe, follow, and like, where can they do that stuff, Durf?
They can do that on all three major social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, you can go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch uncut episodes and other great content coming soon. If you want to find out more about the podcast, you can head over to our website at onandoffthefield.com, where you can listen to the show, read the blogs, learn more about the show and the host of the show. And while you're there, click on our charities tab and you can go to our Feeding America fundraising page link. Still holding steady there where we were the other day, but I know we're going to get there to our goal of $1,000. And lastly, you can find us on the RTF Sports Network and their Facebook page, and you can check out other great talents in sports podcasting on that network.
It really is the best network out there.
Yeah.
It beats everything. It beats NBC SN. I think that's what it is. It beats Fox Sports. It beats all of the sports. We're going to take down Barstool one day. RTF Sports Network is where it's at right now. So jump on the train. That train is riding hard. A lot of great stuff can be happening over at the network. Oh, we have a great show lined up. As we said, it's the NFC East live show breakdown. If you listen to Tuesday's episode, we had a lot of great guests on there. Broke down everything in detail. And today we're really going to be focusing on kind of where the offseason is with our new guests, but also doing some game predictions for the regular season coming up here in 2020, as I forgot to pull up that tab. So I have to do that real quick. But yeah, it's going to be a great show. We have them on standby. But before we get to that, we have some other stuff to get to you. We have some NFL news to break down, and really, it's been quiet. The NFL is just kind of sitting there. You know, it's the off season; they don't have to do much, but there has been a lot of, as we've talked about on the past couple of shows, a lot of fake news flying around that we've got to light up Chris Sims a little bit and Ian Rappaport, all that. But I think, at least as far as I know, this is real news. Everyone was talking about the new onside kick and how they're going to take away the onside kick. And the new rule was going to be you get the ball in a 4th and 15 situation on your own 20, 25-yard line, something like that.
Yep.
And, you know, if you convert the 4th and 15, you get to keep the ball. And if you don't, the other team gets the ball in virtually almost your own red zone. So it definitely kind of goes... It has this good side, bad side. It makes it more exciting, I think. Almost like an XFL route. You know, instead of kicking an extra point, it's an extra play. So instead of just a stupid kick that has like a 95% failure rate, it's another play. It might be a little bit more exciting to watch. I think some people might have spooked some owners. Whoever gets to vote on this stuff, who's going to stop Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on 4th and 15? You basically never get the ball back. So I think it scared some people. They tabled it for the second year in a row, and they did not vote on it. So virtually what they did vote on was straight garbage. No one really cares. Since they tabled that, all they did was they permanently placed in the rule book now the expansion of replay reviews of scoring plays and turnovers that are negated by fouls. I don't really care. They expanded the defenseless player rule to special teams. So, if you hit a wide receiver that hasn't had a chance to get his feet in the ground and you smack him in the face, that's hitting a defenseless receiver. Now it's going to be the same with returners, like punters and kick returners. If you can't just lay them out as soon as they catch the ball. And then they also stopped the Bill Belichick rule, where at the end of a game, if the clock's running, you kind of just do these stupid dead ball fouls, and it keeps the clock running. And if you have no timeouts, it was a loophole that they had to close, and they successfully did it. So, other than those three things, I mean, they didn't vote on anything that matters. We already talked about how the pass interference challenge is dead. That was a completely unsuccessful thing that they did last year. So that is dead in the water after only a season of use. Thank God.
Oh.
That's my grandma. Hi.
Oh. Hi, Dylan's grandma.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Oh, let's see what other news we have here. Oh, we have the NFL and EA Sports have come to a new $1.5 billion deal through 2026. So what does that mean? More Madden, baby. More Madden. Yeah. Coming out on all the new consoles. So excited.
Oh, you are excited?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played Madden in probably a couple years, but that's exciting, though. They're going to be the sole company for simulation NFL games.
I think a lot of people are kind of upset because Madden's been stagnant for a very long time. It's kind of like the same game over and over again, and it just has a lot of bugs in it. Everyone kind of makes fun of it these days. And with this new deal, it doesn't allow for change. It doesn't allow any new companies to come in. They don't really have to do anything to the game. They can just pump it out like they have been and make millions of dollars. But, yeah, they got the new deal done, so at least there'll be one constant for the next, 6 years.
Yeah.
And I think I saw the deal breakdown was the $1 billion goes towards the league, like ownership and whoever else is in charge of everything that goes on with that. And then the $500 million extra left over there goes for the players. I think that's how the breakdown I saw.
Okay.
So their players got their deal. They got their money there. I don't know I'm sure that's collective bargaining agreement stuff that I don't know about, but I thought if anyone wanted to know, that's what it broke down to be. $1.5 billion, though. That's what we're doing these days. Absolute insanity. Whew. But that's all we had for news, because we wanted to make sure we had plenty of time to talk with our guests and do some fun. How do I reset this? Some fun game predictions. We tried doing it the past couple of weeks, but keep running out of time. So we're going to make sure we have plenty of time to do that this week. And, if we run out of time, you're just going to have to live with it. I don't know. We'll just plug the extra time with fun talk. We'll just talk to the fans.
There you go.
It'll be great no matter what. Where the heck is the NFC East on this thing? All right, there we go. It's all over the place. All right. So, as we begin our breakdown of the NFC East, the first guest that we're going to bring on, our Redskins, local Redskins affiliate here, is going to be Rob Crocker of Rob Unfiltered Podcast. What's going on, Rob?
Not much, guys. Thanks for having me on. I'm down here in Richmond, Virginia, about 90 miles south of D.C., but I did grow up in the D.C. area, so that's how I became a Redskin fan.
forever and ever? Just been struggling through it?
Yeah. Well, I'm a little bit older than I look, so I was able to. I grew up in the 80s, so I was able to enjoy that magical run of 4 Super Bowls, 3 wins, Joe Gibbs, 3 different quarterbacks, all that stuff. Good ownership. Back in the day.
Things that don't really exist in Washington anymore. Hey, Dirk.
Except for the Capitals, except for the Caps.
Yeah, they got that going for you at least. It's not about 4 Super Bowls. Sounds familiar, Fred?
Yeah,
does that sound right for Buffalo?
Fred's a Bills fan.
Yeah, Bills fan. Yeah.
It's better to have been there than to not have been there at all.
Yes, exactly.
It's very true. It's very true.
And you know what? That's a 4-year run of a football team that just happened to run into the NFC East every time.
Yeah,
I think they're playing anybody else in the NFC. They probably win those Super Bowls. Because the NFC East back then was just it was a hard-nosed conference. It was tough. These teams were, we had Parcells, we had Landry, and then Jimmy Johnson, and then Buddy Ryan. I mean, these teams were smash-mouth football teams that, battled. And if you came out of the NFC East unscathed, you had a good chance to – that was a good path to the Super Bowl. The Giants and the Redskins, really dominated, in that area. And then you couldn't ignore the other 3 teams because Arizona was in the division too. But you couldn't ignore Philly and Dallas.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's kind of like where the NFC East got its pedigree from, was back then. These days, everyone still respects the NFC East for what teams are in it, although it's a weaker division these days. But nobody forgets what that division put out back in the day.
Well, this is the first year that the Redskins aren't on national television, and usually, I guarantee Philly and the Cowboys are national games. I wouldn't be shocked if Cowboys Giants is a national game. They kind of stuffed the NFC East down your throat. It began that pedigree in the 80s, and then of course you had the 90s Cowboys and those dominant teams, and then the Giants have lucked into 2 amazing Super Bowl, amazing fourth quarters that Eli just decided to show up for and knock out be basically the only kryptonite to the Patriots. So, yeah, and then of course in the Eagles, a couple of years ago. So, I actually used to live in Philadelphia, and I talk about Philly on my show. It was the roughest 2 years of my life, but I will give their fans this much: they're jackasses generally, but they are passionate. 1 minute you can be the hero, and 3 minutes later you drop a ball in the end zone, they're booing you.
Dead to them.
That fan base is just they love you or they hate you, but they stick by you.
Yeah, riding Eagles fans though.
Yeah. So
well, as we jump into 2020, the Redskins are the Redskins, as we all know. They're definitely a little bit lower on the scale these days. They're in a hard rebuild mode, but the first thing I want to just jump to is everyone wants to hate on Haskins, which seems kind of fair. Had a down beginning of the year, but he showed some bright spots in the fourth quarter of the year, kind of taking selfies with the fans after his first win. He's a kid; it's bound to happen, but. From what you saw, at least, do you think Haskins is the future?
No. But there's a reason why. He was forced on Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden didn't want him. So last season's a wash. He didn't learn a thing. He barely once they simplified the offense when Bill Callahan took over, he kind of, he had some flashes. But that first year, that's a paramount year for a quarterback. You want to have the coach's support. You want to get those reps. Gruden was trying to save his job. And Gruden would have started Colt McCoy had he not been, a little injured. Case Keenum is a nice backup. He's a nice he's a nice guy to have in the room. Not really starting quarterback caliber. Without any OTAs, without possibly, an extended training camp without being to spend a lot of time with your coaches, don't be surprised. Don't be shocked if Kyle Allen starts the season. Because Kyle Allen knows this offense. I have a feeling he's Rivera's guy and Scott Turner's guy. And there's no other reason why they wouldn't have brought him in if they, if they were kind of foreseeing this type of issue. I don't think, he's a great story. Haskins is a great story, but I don't think that he has. I mean, can we really name an Ohio State quarterback that's been successful in the NFL?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Troy Smith had a couple of years where he was a decent backup and he could do this and that. But yeah, you don't draft quarterbacks from Ohio State. You just don't. They're just in Urban Meyer's system, in a system that's stacked with offensive studs. Mm-hmm. I mean, just studs at receiver. It doesn't work out, and that's part of the whole issue with how the Redskins are run, and that starts at the top with Dan Snyder. I used to be a Dan Snyder apologist. About 7 or 8 years ago, I've kind of had enough now. At first, I was like, it's his fucking team. Let him do what he wants. Mm-hmm. He owns the team. But now I've come to realize, I'm like, the fans really own the team. It's the fans team. And now, any team can come in at FedEx Field. FedEx Field is 8 more away games for the Redskins. They don't have a fan base anymore, and this is all reflective of Dan Snyder. I actually had put up a GoFundMe to try and raise money to buy the Redskins. It was a joke. Put it on the Robin Filtered website, which is robinfiltered.com. Shameless plug.
Go for it. All you want.
and I also started a change.org page saying, get Roger Goodell to yank the Redskins from Dan Snyder's grimy little hands, because he's not good for the sport. He's not good for the sport in DC. Yeah, he's probably well liked in that billionaires boys club that we have in the NFL owners, and Roger Goodell works for these owners. But I wish that the league would step in more with these floundering franchises that can't get their shit together. We're talking the Detroits, the Clevelands, the Redskins, sometimes Arizona, sometimes Cincinnati, the organizations that are notoriously cheap, notoriously poorly run, or just are shitty to fans. And in football cities, Cleveland and Cincinnati are great football cities. Detroit has a great pedigree. DC, I grew up going to games at RFK. Man, it was crazy in that place. FedEx is like, even when FedEx is packed and when they first opened it up and there was excitement about it, it's still it's a cavern. It's too big. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have that intimacy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like they're kind of making a turn this year in the offseason, bringing in Ron Rivera. And I feel like they're potentially going in the same kind of route the 49ers went in, kind of with that rebuild with the 49ers, kind of going that strong defense, the pass rush, kind of with a mobile quarterback, and then relying on that good run game. Is that where you see?
Haskins is not very mobile,
right?
He's a drop back, but I see some similarities in that. This defense is going to be sick, except the front seven possibly, but those back four, they don't have a decent starting cornerback. Let alone two. They've got a great safety in Landon Collins. Mm. They've got Jimmy Moreland, who was a rookie last year from James Madison, who kind of was like the MVP of the preseason, who I think has some potential. But their corners, terrible, garbage. Here's the thing about Rivera. Rivera has coached for 9 years. He's got a 76-63 record. That was aided in 2015 by a 15-1 season. Mm-hmm. You break down the rest of Rivera's seasons, he only has 3 winning seasons. His other 6 seasons are losing seasons, and some of them are clunkers. I like that Rivera is going to come in and change the tone. There has been a semblance of a culture change that people are talking about, the players are talking about. But the problem is, and the only coach that gets away with it is Belichick. But you've got Rivera and you've got Jack Del Rio. These are in your face, my way or the highway, break you down, build you up, shout at you, scream at you coaches. Today's player only responds to that, but so long. I suspect that Rivera lost Carolina's locker room, and that's why he lost his job. I don't think it was that he's not a good coach. I think that after a while, that message just doesn't work, and the more these players come in, as we see, these are the post-millennials that, now they're letting these kids just jump into the transfer portal whenever they want. So if they're not getting their reps, they're bitching and moaning. And coaches, I grew up in an era where coaches got in your face. I mean, when I played sports as a kid, there's so many rules now. You can't do that. Like players from high school on, they don't have that same mentality. They're not being coached that mentality. So they come to the pros, and they've got a guy like Belichick telling them that, I don't give a shit that you started every game in college. You're going to play on my special teams, and you're going to earn your position. And Del Rio and Rivera are in that coaching mold. So I see maybe a good 3 years of steady improvement, but Dan Snyder is notorious for, I was shocked that Jay Gruden was his longest tenured coach. Absolutely shocked that went on. I just don't see that this time. I think that he's going to want immediate improvements. And that's the other thing is, the only owner I think that's worse than Snyder in the NFL, or not in the NFL, is the owner of the Knicks. I think they are the two worst owners in sports. Dolan is terrible. And that's my only saving grace when I talk about the Reds, because I'm like, well, at least James Dolan doesn't own it.
At least you don't have him. That's
now I will
definitely two bad comparisons there.
I will say though that the draft was okay. Top wise, we obviously Chase Young. I think Shadik Charles is going to be a diamond in the rough. The scouts love Antonio Gandy Golden, the receiver out of Liberty. That's going to be a let me see it. And then we stole Thaddeus Moss in free agency. We were able to sign him. I think the rest of their draft, they picked up in their second pick Antonio Gibson, who was basically what I think is a modern slash. He played receiver and running back in Memphis. And I read his scouting report, and it said, jack of all trades, master of none. And, there's a couple other guys they drafted that have some injury issues, and the Redskins have been doing that lately. Like, they drafted Darius Geis a couple years ago out of LSU. First of all, if you played in the SEC or you're Ohio State or Clemson, you've already got 2 years of NFL miles on your body already because of those coaches.
Yeah.
And so Geis had a little bit of injury history at LSU. We bring in a guy who has injury history. No wonder he's been injured twice in his 2 years. And then we draft a guy last year, Bryce Love from Stanford, who was fucking injured. They were immediately going to just shove him on the IR. And these are mind numbing, head scratchers to me. They probably could have gotten Bryce Love in free agency. I don't think that he was on anyone's draft board as high as he was for the Redskins for some reason. And, you produce on the field, not in the trainer's room.
Right. Oh, definitely.
So as we kind of wrap up the Redskins, where do you kind of see their season landing for 2020? Do you have at least some kind of record for them, or kind of just another down year?
I'm looking at 5-11, maybe. They might sneak in one or two if they are just, if things are clicking, one or two more wins. But I think the only team I think that they'll sweep the Giants. I think they'll beat Detroit. I think they'll beat Cincinnati. And then I think they'll just win a strange one of those games that they absolutely should not win. Someone will maybe like the Rams, because the Rams have to travel to the East Coast. One of those bizarre games.
I had them beating the Seahawks actually.
Oh, really? No, they've got a rough schedule. They play the Seahawks and play Pittsburgh. They've got, of course, Dallas and Philly twice. I think they might be able to beat Carolina too. So that was my 5 solid wins. The 6 is between a couple of teams like I mean, I would hope they beat Cleveland, but who knows? I would hope they beat Arizona, but who knows? Those are those games that are like pick'em games, but I think the other games, you're going to see a lot of, the Redskins don't cover the spread, and they usually get beat by the spread, and you can generally take the over on their games. That's for all the degenerate gamblers out there.
which I'm sure we have a few, and I'm trying to become one. Maybe not a degenerate, but I like gambling though.
In the era of COVID, that might be our only jobs now.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Well, Rob, I appreciate you coming on the show and giving us some insight on the Redskins there. And hopefully, if we have any more guys. Redskins news, we'll surely have you back, no doubt.
Great, man. I really appreciate you having me on. Please check out Rob Unfiltered. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, robunfiltered.com. Shows are on there. Got YouTube page as well. So, yeah, please check it out. And I will definitely be checking you guys out now that I know about y'all.
All
Sounds
right,
good.
Thank you very much, and have yourself a good season.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good luck to you guys.
All righty. That was Rob for Rob Unfiltered. A lot of great insight into a lot of depth there with the Redskins. This is why we do this. This is why the fans come on.
Exactly.
This is why, because we could never go into depth like that for these teams. So this is why they're here, and we really appreciate it. As we roll into the next one, we have our Cowboys segment coming up. We have Todd Knight of that was bad timing. Todd Knight of the Sports at Night podcast. He's even got the polo on. He's looking professional with the brick wall behind him. How you doing, Todd?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me on the show, first of all. And yeah, I had to make sure to be decked out for my Cowboys and everything. And also kind of was reading through the comments and everything. Christopher Sears, thank you for being a Cowboys supporter.
We have a couple of them.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that. And as far as Rob is concerned, definitely enjoyed his segment with the Redskins. I would say HTTR, but I wouldn't mean it. But, go to the Redskins and all that. He's welcome to have Jerry Jones if he wants. I mean, I'll gladly give him over. But